We are Si and Sophie. This is Coastal News, a home and away podcast, your weekly episode companion podcast for your favourite Aussie soap.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a First Look, the episode of Coastal News, a home and away podcast, where it's not about the past. It's about what's coming up. You'll know on a Saturday morning we release our main episode where we talk about last week, and this is the Sunday night preview. We look at the episode synopses of the week ahead and try and work out what on earth's going to happen. How are you doing, Sophie? Are you okay?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
Not too bad, thank you. Recovered from pod yesterday.
Yes. That was a long one, wasn't it? And quite emotional. It was so gut wrenching. I'm a little bit feeling it like the intrepidation of you reading out what's happening next week. Even I feel a little bit. Ugh.
Let's see how we go. We'll proceed with caution, eh?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, I forgot to do that now. There may be spoilers in us reading future episode synopsis out. There we go. Do you want? I'm going to say, do you want your headlines? What am I thinking? Wrong episode.
Wrong one.
Wrong one. Rewind. Episode number. Have a guess. What episode number are we on? Monday, 6:30 on 5 Star.
Well, you gave me a clue in the last episode that we did on Saturday, because you said episode 8054 is the Flick Battle of the Bands devastating episode. I think that was Wednesday, First Look Wednesday, so that was 54, 55, 56. Monday will be 57, 8057.
Well done. How on earth did you get that? Handed to you on a plate.
Thank you. I wouldn't have known if you hadn't said, because it was so long ago. I can't remember now.
Basically, a portion of Leah's moussaka handed to you on a plate.
Ooh, yummy.
Right, Felicity and Tane's marriage is put to the test.
Oh.
We sort of saw a bit in the trailer tonight. I don't know if you saw it. You've been trying to turn the trailers off, haven't you?
Yeah.
They're obviously, naturally, I say obviously, I don't know if it is obvious, but naturally, some intimacy problems, I would suspect.
Yes. We saw it almost
Aspects.
immediately in the hospital, didn't we? Because he went to when she came out of the room and saw him for the first time, because he went straight to the hospital to be with her. And he instinctively moved forwards towards her, and she kind of put her hands out as if to say, no. And then he stopped himself, didn't he? And then she said, oh, just take me home.
Yeah, she did later say, hold me, didn't she?
Yeah.
So she's not closed off to him entirely. She does feel safe with him.
I wonder whether we're going to have some episodes where they get close and then other episodes where one of them pulls away, and that'll probably happen for a while, I think. Yeah. It's going to be heartbreaking to watch that even, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. Especially how invested I am with the pair of them individually.
Yeah.
From both sides. Marilyn vows to get justice for her friend.
Oh, so no clue on how Rue's doing.
Hope it's not another video.
Oh, Jesus.
Because I'm worried about that not being the end. I was saying to you on the pod yesterday, he's missed the target. I worry that she's going to wind someone up a bit there.
Yeah.
Mercedes is intent on sticking around.
Oh, please. No! We don't need you. Battle of Bands is over and you lost. Go home. Sorry, is that too harsh? Too harsh. I don't like this woman. I don't like her.
No, I don't.
She's bad news.
I think she's after Remy. Justin worries for Andrew.
Oh, what? Why?
I wonder if he's struggling to, adapt to life. Like, is Andrew going to be allowed? What happens to him now? Does he go into care? Like, he's orphaned, isn't he?
How old is he? 17?
I don't know.
Is he 16 or 17? Because if he's 17, I don't know. Can you foster a 17-year-old? I guess you can because they're still a minor, aren't they?
I suppose, yeah, but also, like, can you foster period on assault charges and anger management?
Well,
And
yeah,
mm,
yeah.
another question, really, to add to the mix.
Mm.
Oh, here we go. Andrew struggles to adjust to his new life.
Okay, so it is what we suspected.
Mm. Eden seeks common ground with Mercedes.
Oh God.
That ridiculous fight.
Yeah.
Like is that it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. Next week's not. I'm not feeling it thus far. After
No.
start worrying about it, sort of the calm after the storm.
Yeah.
John is not out of the woods yet.
Oh no.
Did you say something online tonight about
Yeah.
John and saying?
Yeah, I did. I said, the classic soap thing is when there's an accident and one person's really injured and screaming and going off to hospital first and all that sort of stuff. And then there's always one that's like, oh, I'm okay, see to them, I'm all right. And then later on, it's the one that was all right that drops down dead.
Yeah,
I was really worried that we were going to have like John's got a head injury and he's just going to fall down dead. Oh,
well, it
please
looks
don't,
like
please don't tell
John's not
me.
out of the woods yet. So he looks okay, doesn't he? So he looks like you might be bob on there.
He's gone for surgery. The last we saw him, he was being prepped because they said he'd gotten into because he kept holding his stomach. That's why I was freaking out because he was sitting on the floor and they were putting Rue in the back of the ambulance and John kept touching his side or his stomach, but saying, "Oh yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine." Like go and look after Rue. And I was thinking, just because someone's sitting up and talking and doesn't look that injured, sometimes you can't tell what's going on inside. And Bree did say at the hospital, "Oh, you've got an internal injury, you've got internal bleeding, and you need surgery to stop the bleeding," and sent him off to, have that surgery done. So that's
Yeah,
the
he's
last
got
time we saw
abdominal
him.
something or other, hasn't he? Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, I'm not ready for that. I'm not emotional. I have to prepare myself over the weekend.
I must say, Irene's going to be good there, though. She's already pumping his pillows, making sure he's comfortable.
Irene's such a good friend.
And she knows what it feels like to be in a bomb blast, as we've said.
She does, and deal with a cult and all the other stuff that's been going on, the sexual
She's
stalk
been around the
storyline.
block.
She knows it all.
She's
Yeah.
been around the block, yeah. Right, can Theo get through to Andrew?
Ooh.
Can
So
he?
what is going on with Andrew then? Yeah, so obviously Justin's tried and failed, and now Theo is kind of like that older brother.
And Theo's got this sort of on the same wavelength type relationship with him, hasn't he? Because he also came from like an abusive parental situation, didn't he? So maybe Theo definitely has a bit of he can get on a level that I don't think Justin and Leah can do with him. So wonder what that's about. Kirby lashes out at Rose.
Ooh. Okay. Is this because Thurby? Who's Thurby? Kirby hates the world right now, doesn't she? Because she's obviously split up with Theo. Is it something to... Oh no! Could it be the Marley thing? Because randomly, Kirby keeps getting drunk and like having a go at Marley and saying to Rose, like, basically stop going back to him when he treats you like crap. It'd be that again. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago when Kirby and Theo split up and she got drunk and she had that go at Marley and saying like, you keep dropping my friend and treat her properly, and then having a kind of go at Rose like, don't keep going back to him, and
yeah, I do remember.
They're all the same. And is it something about Marley? She lashed out at Marley again and Rose has gone, can you pack it in, mate? We're going out again.
Well, yeah. What other reason could she lash out at Rose for?
Got no idea. I'm literally just picking stuff out of the air because I've got no idea. I can't think. Can you think of anything else?
No, that's a bit random. Something's happened before that, clearly, that Rose has done to upset Kirby. like I say, could be Marley. I mean, they were quite good friends as well, Kirby and Rose.
Yeah.
Could it be related to Kirby being, because she was brought in for questioning for a statement, wasn't she?
Oh yeah.
Could it be to
'cause-
do with the
yeah,
investigation?
maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Mm.
next line now. Kirby and Rose's friendship is in peril.
Oh dear. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's obviously serious, whatever it is.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't. But last week's didn't make sense when we read it out either, did it? So. Yeah.
Oh, look what happened there. Everything blew up.
Oh.
Right, the Morgan household is on the edge.
Oh dear. That's not good. Because they should be happy now because the cult, they've all been arrested.
Yeah, but like we said, there's so many questions. Like, it sounds like reading between the lines here, because what else can we do? Andrew is struggling. Perhaps he's at the Morgans, maybe, and he's struggling with life. Mod cons.
Yeah.
Running water, etc. Maybe he's struggling that he's lost his parents. Remember, and he's got. Does he know yet that his mum was in the suitcase? Like, when
Oh,
was he told
God.
that?
That's a good point. I don't know. I don't remember him being told his mum was dead. Maybe they haven't told him yet.
So his life's upside down here now. And he's just been sort of mentally abused in Room of Rock
Yeah,
for 2
true.
weeks.
Yeah.
Like, perhaps he is trying to stay with the Morgans, and it's proving difficult.
And maybe some of what Margot said to him is stuck. Maybe all that your dad would be ashamed of you. Maybe that's going around his head, because it would do, wouldn't it? If someone screamed in your face that one of your parents was going to be ashamed of you and how you behaved. No matter what happens with the cult, no matter how many people tell you that they're wrong, and that Margot was a nutcase or whatever, you're still going to hear my dad was ashamed of me or would have been ashamed of me. It's not
Course
nice,
you
is
are.
it?
No, of course not. Absolutely. And are Leah and Justin still arguing, as a result, because the pressure's on, and you should have done this, and you should have done that. This won't be in this situation if this and that. Is
God.
that still going on?
Possibly. I hope not. But yeah, that's very likely. It's very them, isn't it?
And finally, for the week, Xander attempts to set some boundaries.
Good, lad. Good.
Grief
Necessary.
sex.
Oh, Jesus, no. Oh, Jesus. Not ready for that.
Maybe he draws the line at that.
Mm.
Second base. That's shut up.
Second base. Oh, no. Oh, dear, I'm dying. Too funny.